Week 6 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Rams, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaughan alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. They'll run on 1st down. Streets. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At their 49-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
Here's Jack Fox now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Colts are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
In your face!
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Colts to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
I'm going to hit you all day.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. Lutz with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check back 33. Check back 33. Yeah. Mike, check 33. 33.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Goes to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Right back to Williams, and this time he's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Colts 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Young off the play fake. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It's Young off play action. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this 1st half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Williams. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there just before halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw here. This one swung out to Williams. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Touchdown! Javonte Williams. As the first half is winding down, and the Rams are able to come into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Carlson down to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
6 yards. And the Colts first down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards out, left hash. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start things out in the AFC South. Tennessee at home take...
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A big play there on the catch and run. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Mike check 33. 33. So don't say nothing. Hey, check Mike 33. Check out.
Now back to throw. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Young. Throwing left side. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Off the play fake, Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 1. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Second and 3. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Noah Benogany. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go play action. Young. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Colts.
On play action, Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at their 49.
Young now. He finds his man, complete. That's Ingram. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for Indy. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st down, Streets. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young here to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ingram. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up